Alright, hi people, it's Shakes here, and I'm here to do an unboxing and review for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Red Ranger figure from Hasbro. Been slowly building up my Lightning Collection figures. I have two thus far. Actually, three. I have three thus far. And this makes number 4, especially when the Mighty Morphin set is going to be complete soon. I need Amazon to restock on Mighty Morphin Yellow and Pink Rangers, because I have the Blue Ranger on back order from Amazon, and I want them to be less than $20 as well, or a little bit under $20. And but yeah, I need them to restock on the Mighty Morphin Yellow and Pink figures. I don't understand why they're not. Could be COVID, could be different things, but yeah, if I have to buy them at slightly more expensive prices online, I will, but like, I want them to restock on those. Yeah, I was late to the draw when it came to the Lightning Collection figures, but yeah. So, with the box here, you got the Power Rangers logo, Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, a picture in the comic book style of the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, a warning for choking hazards, Hasbro. On the side here, more of the Red Ranger's helmet and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo. On the other side, you have the picture of the Red Ranger again. And on the back, a picture of the figure and everything. A pose I've never actually seen from the shows, but yeah. And looks pretty good, but the red's a little bit, I don't know if it really shows up on camera, but the red's a little bit like washed out or something in the picture that's on the back here. But we get to the figure right here, but to show off the accessories first, you get two different fists for the left and right hands, if you want to change it to these fist hands and everything. Yeah, up to you. Get a blade blaster, which I kind of wish that this had that this folded in, like for all the Mighty Morphin figures. The thing right here, I'm not too sure what that's called. This doesn't raise up and then slide in or anything, so it can be in its holstered mode if you put it in the holster and everything. Some additional blue power lightning stuff right there. The sword, which not really too hard to do. The point's not even like sharp or anything, so you don't have to worry too badly about that. And the head sculpt of Jason, which actually looks really good. Obviously based on his Season 1 look. Which, yeah. And then we get to the figure itself, which I do like the body sculpts for these different Rangers and everything. In the Lightning Collection line, I feel like the proportions are mostly good. Sometimes the helmets are off, but I think that this is actually pretty good. And actually, one thing that you can kind of see is the dinosaur on the coin is actually the Tyrannosaurus, which is actually really cool. Yeah, it's actually really cool. So, standard range of I wanted to say movement. Now motion makes more sense. Of motion. It's a bit stiffer, and it probably should be on the shoulder. Sort of a double joint on the elbows. This is obviously one of the first ones that they released, so they got better over time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, double joint there. This feels like I'm gonna break it accidentally, though. Obviously, this is on sort of a ball joint, so I can swivel. Head's on a ball joint, too, so I can swivel. And the shoulders are supposed to move back and forth. But again, kind of stiff. And I think it got better redesigned on the, or fixed on the future figures. And then the legs, sort of almost a 180 on the legs. Double joints for the knees. Oh, these honestly just feel too rigid, honestly. And then you can make the feet go a couple ways and everything. No toe articulation and everything. But yeah. And just to compare it to the SH Figuarts version of the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, ignore the dust on this if you can see it. I had this sitting on a shelf for a few years, so it has some dust on it. I need to kind of clean these off. Next to the Green and White Ranger. But yeah, so you can see the proportions are different. Like, this is a bit more of a stocky build, and these are a bit skinnier. Which Dawson Ryder, for some reason, has a problem with how skinny the Figuarts could be. I actually think that these are fine. Yeah, and just about the same amount of detail, although the paint's a little off. I would say the Figuart has a better mold of the Morpher and everything. It actually has a holstered blade blaster and everything. Everything is okay in terms of that. And the sword, after which not actually too bad in terms of that. They're very similar, although the things on the sword here are not painted on this one, whereas they are here, but these are molded, while these are just straight up painted, and everything. And this is slightly bigger in some respects, but it's almost 1-to-1. After I did the unboxing of this years ago, I accidentally broke the tip of the sword off when trying to open up some plastic wrap on something, so it's a little bit broken, but this is actually pretty okay. So yeah, I would overall say that, like a lot of the other Lightning Collection figures, this is actually pretty okay. And I would recommend it, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of money on Figuarts. But that's up to you. So, not really much else to say. Link description, all my shit, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys in the next one.